The serene beauty and vibrant colors of koi fish transform any pond into a living masterpiece. These magnificent creatures, often seen gracefully gliding through the water, are not just pets. They are an investment in living art that brings tranquility and joy. However, for koi to truly thrive and display their full potential, they depend entirely on the quality of the water they inhabit. Imagine living in a home where the air quality constantly changes or the temperature swings wildly. It would be incredibly stressful and detrimental to your health. For koi, their pond water is their entire world, serving as their home, food source, and breathing environment. Therefore, understanding and meticulously maintaining the crucial water parameters of pH, dissolved oxygen, and temperature is not merely a recommendation, but an absolute necessity for their well-being. Stable water conditions are the cornerstone of a healthy koi pond, preventing stress, bolstering their immune systems, and warding off various diseases that can quickly take hold in an unstable environment. This guide will delve into these three vital aspects of water quality, offering clear insights and practical steps to ensure your cherished koi live long, healthy, and vibrant lives. One of the most fundamental chemical properties of water that directly impacts koi health is pH, which measures how acidic or alkaline the water is. The pH scale ranges from 0 to 14, with 7 being perfectly neutral. Values below 7 indicate acidity, while values above 7 signify alkalinity. For koi fish, maintaining a stable pH is even more critical than hitting a specific perfect number. Though most experts agree that an ideal range for koi ponds is between 6.0 and 8.5, with some suggesting a narrower optimal band of 7.0 to 8.6, or even 7.2 to 7.4. The reason pH is so important lies in its influence on a koi's bodily functions, particularly enzyme activity and gill health. When pH levels are too low, a condition called acidosis can occur, leading to symptoms such as lethargy, loss of appetite, excessive slime production, and even blood-streaked fins. Conversely, water that is too alkaline, high pH, can cause alkalosis, with similar distressing symptoms like gasping at the surface and increased slime, ultimately leading to death in severe cases. Moreover, pH directly affects the toxicity of ammonia, a harmful waste product, where higher pH levels make ammonia significantly more poisonous to your fish. Managing pH effectively requires regular monitoring and understanding the factors that can cause it to fluctuate. Simple liquid test kits or digital pH meters are readily available tools that allow you to check your pond's pH levels accurately and consistently. It's advisable to test at different times of the day, as factors like plant photosynthesis, which consumes carbon dioxide and raises pH during the day, and respiration, which releases carbon dioxide and lowers pH at night, can cause natural daily swings. Several elements can influence your pond's pH. Rainwater, often slightly acidic, can lower it, while certain types of tap water or materials like cement and limestone in your pond structure can gradually raise it. If you find your pH is consistently too low, you can gently raise it using methods such as adding baking soda, crushed coral, limestone, or oyster shells to your filter or substrate. Baking soda is a common quick fix but should be dissolved in pond water first and added gradually, as it effectively buffers pH up to approximately 8.3–8.5 without overshooting. To lower a high pH, partial water changes with fresh dechlorinated water are often the safest approach, as they dilute alkaline substances. Other natural options include peat moss or driftwood, which release mild acids and tannins, gradually reducing pH. However, any adjustments should always be made slowly and incrementally to prevent shocking your koi, as sudden changes of even 0.3 pH units per day can be very stressful. A crucial factor in pH stability is carbonate hardness, KH, also known as alkalinity. KH acts as a natural buffer, preventing rapid and dangerous pH swings. Ideal KH levels typically range from 125–200 ppm, parts per million, or 6–10 or 8 DKH, degrees of carbonate hardness. And without adequate KH, your pond is vulnerable to sudden pH crashes, which can be devastating. Regularly testing and maintaining sufficient KH, for instance by adding baking soda or specialized buffer products, is therefore an indispensable part of overall water quality management. Beyond pH, another life-sustaining element for koi is dissolved oxygen, DO, which is simply the amount of oxygen gas present in the water. Just like humans need oxygen from the air to breathe, koi and all other aquatic life rely on dissolved oxygen, absorbed through their gills for essential metabolic processes, energy production, and healthy growth. Without adequate oxygen, koi cannot properly convert food into energy, fight off disease, or even maintain basic bodily functions. The signs of low dissolved oxygen are often quite dramatic and require immediate attention. You might observe your koi gasping for air at the water's surface, congregating lethargically near waterfalls or air stones, or exhibiting decreased appetite and inhibited growth. In severe cases, prolonged exposure to low DO can lead to extreme stress, increased susceptibility to bacterial infections and parasites, and ultimately, death. The optimal dissolved oxygen level for koi ponds typically ranges from 6 to 8 milligrams per liter, or 79 mg/L. While koi can survive at slightly lower levels, prolonged periods below 5 mg/L are stressful, and levels dropping below 3 mg/L become critical and life-threatening. Understanding the factors that deplete dissolved oxygen, such as warmer water temperatures which hold less oxygen, overcrowding of fish, decomposition of organic matter, like uneaten food or leaves, and insufficient water circulation, is paramount to preventing a dangerous oxygen crisis. Fortunately, there are several effective strategies to enhance and maintain healthy dissolved oxygen levels in your koi pond. The most common and visible methods involve increasing water movement and surface agitation. Features such as waterfalls, fountains, and cascades are not just aesthetically pleasing. They play a crucial role by constantly circulating water and allowing it to absorb oxygen from the air as it splashes and flows. Similarly, air pumps connected to air stones create a steady stream of bubbles that rise through the water column. While the bubbles themselves contribute some oxygen, their primary benefit comes from the surface agitation they create, promoting gas exchange at the water's surface and bringing deoxygenated water from the bottom up to be reoxygenated. Proper pond design, including adequate depth and a powerful water pump to ensure good circulation throughout the pond, also plays a significant role in preventing stagnant areas where oxygen can become depleted. While aquatic plants contribute oxygen through photosynthesis during the day, it's important to remember that they consume oxygen at night. Therefore, relying solely on plants for oxygenation can be risky, especially in heavily stocked ponds or during warmer periods, as plants can compete with fish for oxygen when sunlight is absent. Regular maintenance, such as cleaning filters and removing excess organic debris, is also vital as decomposing bacteria consume oxygen. In emergency situations where oxygen levels drop drastically, immediate actions like adding extra aeration, multiple air pumps if necessary, performing a partial water change with fresh temperature-matched water, and temporarily ceasing feeding can provide critical relief for your fish. Water temperature is another environmental factor that profoundly influences every aspect of a koi's life. As these fish are cold-blooded, meaning their body temperature directly mirrors their surroundings. Consequently, temperature dictates their metabolic rate, immune system strength, activity levels, and even their appetite and digestion. The ideal water temperature range for rearing koi is generally between 65° and 75°, 18° and 24°, although they can tolerate a wider range from about 35° to 85°, 1.5° C to 30° C. However, surviving within this broad range is different from thriving. When temperatures climb too high, typically above 75° to 24° C, koi experience increased stress. Their metabolism speeds up, requiring more oxygen, but paradoxically, warmer water holds less dissolved oxygen, creating a dangerous imbalance. This can lead to sluggish behavior, gasping, and increased susceptibility to disease. Above 90°, 32°, feeding should be stopped altogether as koi have difficulty absorbing nutrients at such high temperatures. Conversely, when water temperatures drop too low, especially below 50°, 10° C, a koi's metabolism slows dramatically, their immune system weakens, and their digestion almost ceases. While they can enter a dormant state, prolonged exposure to very cold temperatures makes them vulnerable to pathogens when their immune system is compromised. Maintaining a consistent temperature, or at least ensuring gradual changes, is crucial, as sudden shifts of even 10° on 5° C can cause severe shock and lead to illness. Managing water temperature throughout the seasons is essential for providing a stable environment for your koi. During hot summer months, strategies to keep your pond cool include providing ample shade with aquatic plants, shade sails, or overhead structures which can significantly reduce direct sunlight and prevent overheating. A deeper pond design naturally helps regulate temperature, as deeper layers remain cooler in summer and warmer in winter, acting as a thermal buffer. Water features like waterfalls and fountains also contribute to cooling by increasing surface agitation and promoting evaporative cooling, in addition to their oxygenation benefits. Careful. Partial water changes can also help lower temperature, but always ensure the new water is dechlorinated and its temperature is very close to that of the pond to avoid shocking your fish. As winter approaches and temperatures drop, attention shifts to protecting koi from extreme cold. For areas with freezing winters, pond heaters and de-icers become valuable tools. A heater can be set to maintain a minimum temperature, such as 50° centigrade, which prevents the pond from freezing solid and allows koi to remain dormant but safe. It's generally not recommended to keep the pond at summer-like temperatures during winter, as koi benefit from a period of dormancy, but maintaining a stable, moderate winter temperature helps ensure their health and reduces stress. Monitoring your pond's temperature regularly with a reliable pond thermometer is a simple yet crucial practice, enabling you to make timely adjustments and respond to environmental changes. By proactively implementing these seasonal management strategies, you can minimize temperature-related stress and support your koi's health year-round. It is paramount to understand that pH, dissolved oxygen, and temperature are not isolated factors, but are deeply interconnected, forming a complex web within the pond ecosystem. Changes in one parameter invariably affect the others, creating a delicate balance that must be carefully managed. For instance, as water temperature rises, its capacity to hold dissolved oxygen significantly decreases, creating a challenging scenario where koi need more oxygen due to increased metabolism, but less is available in the water. Furthermore, pH levels have a direct impact on the toxicity of ammonia, a byproduct of fish waste and uneaten food. At higher pH values, ammonia becomes far more poisonous to koi, even if the total ammonia concentration remains the same. This complex interplay underscores the necessity of a holistic approach to water quality management, rather than focusing on a single parameter. Regular and consistent testing of all key water parameters, pH, dissolved oxygen, temperature, and others, is the bedrock of this approach. Test kits, whether liquid drop tests or digital meters, are indispensable tools for monitoring your pond's health. In addition to these primary parameters, robust filtration systems, encompassing mechanical, biological, and sometimes chemical filtration, are essential. Mechanical filters remove solid waste, while biological filters house beneficial bacteria that are crucial for the nitrogen cycle. Regular partial water changes are also a cornerstone of good pond husbandry, as they dilute accumulated toxins, refresh essential minerals, and help stabilize overall water chemistry. Beyond the immediate trio of pH, oxygen, and temperature, a truly healthy koi pond environment also depends on managing other crucial factors, most notably the nitrogen cycle. This natural biological process is fundamental to detoxifying the pond water, turning harmful waste products into safer forms. It begins with ammonia, a highly toxic compound released by fish waste, uneaten food, and decomposing organic matter. Beneficial bacteria, specifically Nitrosomonas, then consume ammonia and convert it into nitrite, which is also dangerous to fish. A second group of beneficial bacteria, Nitrobacter, then converts nitrites into much less harmful nitrates. These nitrates can then be absorbed by aquatic plants or removed through regular water changes. Maintaining sufficient levels of alkalinity, KH, is not only vital for pH stability, but also provides the necessary carbonates for these nitrifying bacteria to thrive and perform their essential work. Without a healthy nitrogen cycle, ammonia and nitrite can quickly build up, leading to stressed, sick, or even dead fish. Other important water quality indicators include general hardness, GH, which measures the concentration of calcium and magnesium salts, impacting overall water chemistry and preventing algae blooms, which can compete with fish for oxygen, especially at night. Regularly monitoring these parameters and proactively addressing any imbalances creates a robust and forgiving environment where your koi can flourish. In conclusion, the journey of keeping koi is a rewarding one, filled with moments of peaceful observation and the joy of nurturing these living jewels. However, The success of this endeavor hinges entirely on a diligent and comprehensive approach to water quality management. The delicate balance of pH, dissolved oxygen, and temperature forms the very foundation of your koi's health, directly influencing their metabolism, immune system, and overall vitality. Understanding the ideal ranges for these parameters, recognizing the signs when they deviate, and knowing how to make careful, gradual adjustments are indispensable skills for any koi keeper. Furthermore, recognizing the interconnectedness of these factors, how one change can ripple through the entire pond ecosystem, highlights the importance of a holistic perspective. By regularly testing your water, maintaining robust filtration, ensuring adequate aeration, and implementing seasonal temperature management strategies, you are not just performing routine maintenance. You are actively creating a stable, healthy, and thriving aquatic habitat. This consistent care, combined with a commitment to continuous learning and keen observation, will not only prevent stress and disease but